Japan is the capital of the video game world, and many of our favorite games originate there. We wondered how a game makes the transition from Japan to North America, so we talked to Santa Monica Studios producer Taku Umasaki about the process of bringing Japan's most popular golf game to the US.
Hot Shots Golf is originally made with the Japanese market in mind. It's a huge game in Japan. Therefore, it has the art style and the characters and everything on the game is very Japanese. So we realized that we had to do a lot to it to bring it over to the States. In addition to translating the text and voices, we have to come up with different art style for the characters.
In Japan, the game has an art style that borrows heavily from Japanese animation called anime.
Up till now, there have been lots of golfing games with realistic characters, and there are still such games. But that felt too much like a golfing simulator instead of a game. That may be fine for people who actually play golf, but gamers who have never golfed were finding it incredibly hard to enjoy. So for a game style that would be fun no matter who was playing it, we went for anime-style characters, not realistic.
And during Hot Shots Golf 2, we did a survey using the Japanese version, and we realized that the US audience is really not familiar with that art style. And we decided to come up with our own characters and replace the Japanese characters so it would appeal to a wider audience. We're going to do the same thing with Hot Shots Golf 3, and right now we're in the course of coming up with new wacky characters for the US market.
Both the Japanese and American versions have incorporated a brand new game engine that's improved the old features and created some new ones.
Rain looks more like rain, and wind sounds more like wind. Also, the time of day feature is a new thing. When you start playing the first hole, it might be morning scenery. But when you're at the 18th hole, you'll see the sunset. It gives you a really nice on the golf course type of experience.
It seems like there's an incredible amount of work that goes into bringing a Japanese game to the US. We wondered if Hot Shots was a typical localization.
The degree of localization in this game, I would say, is much heavier than other localization titles. For instance, role-playing games are always just pure text translation. However, with games like Hot Shots Golf, the gameplay as well as the character appeal is the essence of the game. This game is huge in Japan, and I bet they have a much harder time creating a sequel that surpasses the previous series over there in Japan. But here, I know there are hardcore game fans that love this game. They're expecting something much better for Hot Shots 3, and my goal is to beat their expectations.